Soon after his enlightenment, the Buddha had a vision in which he saw the human race as a bed of lotus flowers. Some of the lotuses were still enmired in the mud, others were just emerging from it, and others again were on the point of blooming. In other words, all people had the ability to unfold their potential, and some need just a little help to do so. So the Buddha decided to teach, and all of the teachings of Buddhism may be seen as attempts to fulfill this vision to help people grow towards enlightenment. In this video, we are going to explore the relationship between scientific innovations and the Buddhist vision. Throughout history, many scientific discoveries have been made that seem to align with the teachings of Buddhism. Let's take a closer look at some of these examples and examine how Buddhist philosophy can help us understand and explain certain scientific concepts that are currently unsolvable. We'll also look at current research that is being done using Buddhist teaching. Before beginning, give us your lovely subscription and hit the bell icon to reach us without missing. First, let's take a closer look at some examples that seem to align with the great teaching of Buddhism. One of the most well-known examples of a scientific innovation that aligns with Buddhist teaching is the concept of quantum physics. In quantum physics, scientists have discovered that particles exist in multiple states simultaneously and that their properties are not fixed until they are observed. This idea is very similar to the Buddhist concept of emptiness, which states that all things are empty of inherent existence and that their nature is determined by the observer. Another example of a scientific innovation that aligns with Buddhist teaching is the concept of neuroplasticity. Scientists have discovered that the brain is not fixed and unchanging, but rather is constantly adapting and changing in response to new experiences. This idea is similar to the Buddhist concept of anatta, or no self, which states that the self is not a fixed entity, but rather a constantly changing process. A third example of a scientific innovation that aligns with Buddhist teaching is the concept of interdependence. Scientists have discovered that all living things are connected and that the health of one organism is dependent on the health of all other organisms. This idea is similar to the Buddhist concept of dependent origination, which states that all things arise in dependence upon other things and that nothing exists independently. While there are many scientific concepts that align with Buddhist teaching, there are also some that are currently unsolvable. For example, scientists are still trying to understand the nature of consciousness and how it arises in the brain. Buddhism has long taught that consciousness is not a product of the brain, but rather a fundamental aspect of reality. This concept is known as store consciousness in Buddhism. In recent years, scientists have started to explore the use of Buddhist meditation and mindfulness practices as a way to improve mental and physical health. Studies have shown that regular meditation can reduce stress, improve attention and focus, and even change the structure of the brain. Researchers are now investigating the mechanisms behind these effects and how they might be used to treat a variety of conditions, from depression to chronic pain. In conclusion, there are many examples of scientific innovations that align with Buddhist teaching, and many concepts that are currently unsolvable but can be explained clearly in Buddhist teaching. Furthermore, current research is being done using Buddhist teaching to understand the mechanisms of mental and physical health. Buddhism has a lot to offer in terms of understanding the nature of reality and our place in it. The relationship between scientific innovations and Buddhist vision is a fascinating one, and we hope that this video has given you a deeper understanding of the connections between the two.